So Dallas beat OKC and they beat them up. Luka had a triple double. Kyrie was steady. PJ Washington, but Shea still doing. He do the normal Shea. When I say the normal, I'm talking about 30 points, 9 assists, 9 rebounds. Chad Holmgren is in the teens, and they don't have nothing else after that. The biggest thing, there's a couple of things that were brought up. They're not able to pace in this series at all. They don't have a knockdown shooter score. You know, only if this was like 10 years ago and there was a Carmelo Anthony to get the cherry pick. Or Kevin Durant had a little bit left in the tank to cherry pick. You just need somebody to catch that rock on the left or the right side, knock shots down, and keep Dallas honest on defense. They don't have that. They don't have any movement. They're stagnant and they're getting exposed. And if Shea doesn't open up and hit fadeaways or spread the floor or Hogan comes for alley putbacks or dunks, you can't get whipped up on like that at home. And Giddy ain't much about nothing. I'm going to talk about the elephant in the room. Ever since that whole situation about his off the court situation, he really been non and void. They might consider deporting him and get somebody that can actually score because that's a big gap. They have some pieces, but for all the starters and the stuff they have, they're lighting the cakes. They're a green team. And they're probably about a year or two away from really being a serious threat. That's what this is showing because this comes down to veteran ball. Now, don't get it twisted. Some people have taken cheap shots at Shaquille O'Neal because of how he felt about. And you can make the case that Shea could have been the MVP or co-MVP because having the record shouldn't matter because he's actually done his part, even though Jokic is a better player. But the guy could be MVP or co-MVP this year. That's that. Yeah, I can't sit here and say that he can't do it by himself. He don't have no Jamal Murray, and I'm just saying, or an Aaron Gordon. No one. Chad Hogan is good. He ain't great. That's a work in progress. A WIP. So on the other side, Dallas's defense has been able because when you don't have offensive prowess, cats are exposing your limits. And that's what I'm seeing right here. There's a very limited OKC team, which during the regular season, but I'm going to tell you like this. This ain't exactly surprising because they got handed by the Lakers, who got big on them too. They had some tough matchups this year because they are possession-based team. They're not what we call a team that attracts more possessions. They are possession-based. So that means that Shea has to do a whole lot. And if he don't do a lot, ain't a lot. And when you play in the postseason, it becomes a half-court brand of basketball. And then all that running and gunning, it's in spurts, but it ain't part of the whole thing. And fortunately for them, because Kyrie had that off game and they missed free throws, which was the key, this series would be over right now. It's not any knock against Shea, but you gotta have teammates involved. You gotta have soldiers and people, and they don't have the horses. And that's what's noticeable about this series, which wasn't noticeable during the season. I mean, I saw it against certain teams that could get physical with them. Because I mentioned the Lakers. I saw how they got physical with them and they bodied them up. And certain other teams could get with them. And it's noticeable here. That's the thing. They got to get some booty in the glass. They got to get bulked. And they got to get a score. They need a cherry picker. Because if this continues, they will be exposed. I'm not saying that Shea won't be MVP worthy, because he will be. He can flat out. He flat out can ball. But this team ain't gonna be cut more than a second round casualty if they keep this up. They'll be a second round casualty. That's where they're heading, unless they address the elephants in the room. Please hit like, subscribe, on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. And Dallas is getting a lot of productivity and leapers, and they're getting those others involved. Okay, see, you still got a chance to make this into a 7-game series, but good luck with that. I don't think you're going to win in Dallas again. I just think it pretty much is a wrap. I'm out.